change the subject just a wee bit, because I know you're passionate about making sure that animals have got feed in front of them, and that if there's ice on their water supply, that the ice gets broken.
Yeah, so well, it's the winter months have just hit here in Canterbury very, very fast, and so yeah, as you've indicated, good forward planning, and this is particularly a problem with perhaps the smaller block holders. It's always a real big error in understanding how much stock that your property can carry through the winter months when we've got virtually zero growth, and it's almost impossible to maintain pregnant animals unless you've got some form of supplemental feeding. So a lot of foresight and planning should have gone into this, and as we've mentioned before, you know, making sure that there's always adequate water supply is also very important.
Breaking the ice on top of the trough.
Absolutely, check them every day, and you know, it's just it should be a routine sort of thing to do. But again, I think big problems, and needs to be maybe tweaking some conscience and maybe some of the lifestyle block farmers in particularly, that they're on the ball, and they've got some good source of advice in regard to feed planning and feed budgeting as to what's required for these animals going through the winter, and in particular any animals that are pregnant or young stock that have got growth to go through to get them to a marketable size.
It's not good just to look at them, because if they've got a whole fleece on the backs, you don't know what the back line's like.
Pregnant animals in particular, it's very, very important into the winter months to get your hand on the animal, so you can actually get a reasonable assertion as to what sort of condition score they're in, and you just can't, as you say, you can't see under fleece, and you've got to physically get your hand on them and feel them, and so these basic husbandry techniques are just essential if it comes to maintaining good animal welfare standards through the winter months. Yeah.
And trashy hay is not really going to do it.
Yeah, and hay's not going to do it. Even decent quality hay is probably okay for a maintenance feed, but when it comes to you know, other demands on the animal, such as pregnancy, lactation, producing milk or growth, it's not going to do the job, and much more investment's going to have to go into much more higher qualities feeds, such as, you know, well preserved silage and baleage and things. And unfortunately, as we all know, these things go through a process, and with that comes a cost, and so this is where the checks and balances as to economics of farming all come down to, as we all know.
Yeah, it's not an easy subject, Dick. Thank you very much indeed.